Since 1986, the Department of Defense has recognized April as the month of the military child. It's all in an effort to highlight the sacrifices children of military parents and caregivers experience. Joining me now is Second Lieutenant Stephen Hudson and Ivy Hatfield with Family Readiness. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
I'm going to go ahead and start with you first, Ivy.
Okay.
Tomorrow, everyone knows April 15, Tax Day, but we're not talking taxes this morning. We're talking about military families. Why is tomorrow a special day for military families?
Tomorrow is Purple Up Day. It is a national day designated for everybody to wear purple. Purple represents all the colors of all the branches of the military, and it just helps us show our support for military children.
And so purple, like you mentioned, so the color, you all also have some of these. Talk to us a little bit about these.
These were bracelets the South Carolina National Guard Family Programs Office had made to hand out throughout the state to our military kids, to schools, just to have everybody show support, something visible to show that we support our military kids. With the National Guard, a lot of times our military children don't even identify themselves as military kids, so it's just a nice way to recognize them.
And of course, I actually have mine right here. I'm going to make sure I wear that even tomorrow on the air to kind of promote that as well. And of course, having family who are part of military, I know how important it is. Second Lieutenant Stephen Hudson, you are here. Thank you for being here this morning. You have a unique approach when it comes to children in the military. Why is that?
Well, I was a child of a National Guardsman. My father's a retired sergeant major in the South Carolina Army Guard. And then now I'm in the National Guard, and I have two small children as well. So I can understand the sacrifices that a child makes when their father or mother has to go off for trainings, deployments, schools, and things like that. So I went through it as a small child. Now I see my kids go through it now when I have to leave for additional training. I have to be away for the weekend for drill. I have to go away for deployments and things like that. So my kids have definitely seen both sides of that.
So how did you cope with it at your young age? I know many times possibly maybe missing some holidays and birthdays. How did you cope with knowing that Dad loves you, but he has to work?
Thinking back on it, I remember being sad when Dad would leave. But Dad always did a good job of explaining to why he had to leave and why he had to be away and that he was coming right back and things like that. So I sort of take the same approach with my children. My youngest being 2, my oldest is almost 5, and so the 5-year-old, he now starting to understand. In fact, a funny story about him, when I graduated from officer training school down at Montgomery, my wife brought the kids down, and so now anytime he sees me in uniform, he remembers seeing me march along the parade field. That's cool. And so he calls it, "Dad, are you going to your marching work? Are you going to your marching work?" So that's what he calls it. He's marching work. And so I'll say, "Yes, I'm going to my marching work." Wow. So that's what he understands.
And really quick, we have about 30 more seconds here. There was an organization that is kind of helping you with your kids. Talk to us about that.
Well, yeah, when I was deployed a couple of years ago to Afghanistan, the USO has an incredible program where it's a reading program. So I would go to the USO at Kandahar Airfield, and I would read to my children, or my son at the time. My wife was pregnant with our second, but read. And what they would do is they would send the book and the DVD to your home, and then so your child could, my wife would pop it in and watch me read to my son. And so he was 2 at the time, and he would just point at the TV and say, "Daddy," and so indicating that he wanted to watch me again. So he still has his books, Goodnight Moon, and a couple of the other ones that now my daughter reads. And so it was a great program. The USO did a great job with that.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We really do appreciate it. Tomorrow, folks, don't forget to wear your purple as we honor military families, especially the children tomorrow. Stay with us. There's more. Good day. Thank you much for that. Well, earlier on the show today, we talked about military child month. Now, tomorrow, April 15th, maybe Tax Day, but it's also the day that we wear purple, and that's to honor military kids. Now, joining me right now is Sergeant First Class Helena Williams and her family. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing good.
Are you up now, little man? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sergeant First Class, let's start off with you. Tell us the process when you have to be deployed, being a mother, and have to leave your kids back at home. What is that like?
Oh, man, it's tough. It's really tough. It's really hard emotionally, because you have to prepare yourself to leave, not just for a week or 2, but for like a whole year, however long the deployment is. And then with me being a single parent, you have to have a good support system at home. So you have to have your mom, your dad, and other family members to help with that. So my transition was hard leaving, but knowing that I had a great support system at home, it was okay. And then with Skype and everything, I just tried to call home and Skype whenever I could. So it was definitely, it was a good experience.
And I can see they have a great relationship.
Oh, they do. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And your daughter, Anaya, Anaya, talk to us about when your mom deploys and you have to take care of yourself and your brother. What is that like?
It's really hard, you know, because my mom, she's the head of the house and we're used to her doing everything. And when she left, just having the idea in my head of me having to, you know, take charge and taking care of myself and my little brother, that was really hard.
And tell us about tomorrow. We're going to be focusing on military children. How does it make you feel that you have a day designated for you so people can think about you all?
It makes me feel really good because most of the time military kids, they're overlooked and people don't know how hard it is to be a military kid. So I think that's really awesome to have a day honoring us military kids.
And what do you like to tell your mom? When you look at your mom who's fighting for your freedom, what do you say to that?
I love my mom so much, and just the idea of her being in the military and fighting for us to keep us safe, that's just something that I want to look up to. She is my role model, and I want to be like her when I grow up.
That is really good. Now, we didn't plan this, folks. We did not plan any of this. And Sergeant First Class, you know, really quick, you know, to know that April has been designated Military Month, how important is that for you? Because many times we see in the news, many times people kind of tend to put the military in a bad spotlight.
Yeah, they do, but it's great. It's an honor because a lot of people don't know what we do and what sacrifices that we make for our family and for other people. So it's just great that we have a whole month of April, you know, dedicated. It's great. I love when people come up to me and say, thank you for your service. It makes me feel real good. It lets me know that I've done my job and I'm doing a good job and I'm going to continue to do a good job at what I do.
Absolutely. And for the final question here, just one thing I want to talk about, how do you cope with missing birthdays or holidays? What do you do?
Oh man, it's rough. I try to plan ahead, get all the gifts and birthday cards and stuff done and get sent out prior to, but matter of fact, I missed his birthday while I was deployed, and just so happened I Skyped in right at the time they were singing happy birthday to him. So it was sad not being there, but I was also there, you know, in a sense, because I had to Skype in. So
you want to say anything to your mom?
No,
okay.
Oh
He
yeah,
just woke up.
It's too early.
Right. Sergeant First Class, thank you so much for being here. This one really appreciate it. Thank you, Anaya.
Thank you.
Elway.
Elway?
Elway.
You want to wave to the camera?
Wave to the
Wave
camera.
to the camera. Say hi. Okay. And really quick, you have a special announcement.
I do.
Yeah.
Today is my dad's birthday.
Okay.
So I just want to say happy birthday, Daddy. His name's John Wesley Pond Sr., and we love him.
Awesome. All right. Happy birthday, Daddy. There it is. All right, folks, stay with us. There's more Good Day coming up.